Restoration is brought to you by
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
Pepsodent, 10 times stronger teeth.
Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are fun.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent charcoal.
It is divine blessing each day we go to bed and wake up. It's actually a testament that God has not forgotten about us and He still has special plans for our lives. This is how I welcome you to this week's episode of Restoration with Stacy. I'd like to say a very big thank you to my sponsors, Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Hujcon and Choco Flakes, Tuwazi Apartment, Teflon Suites located in Ahojo Kumasi, Isbeth Hotel Sunyai, and a very big thank you to my glam team, ABS Lux Line. Thank you very much for my outfit to GH Beauty Artistry, Hair Duties, and Divine Cassie. We'll be right back after this break.
God of way, yes, I love a view. Debbie, I casa yeniamano, papa, efe, eche, and changing Kanya. Now, one so at Dafom. Woman could hear your customer.
I'd like to know what you bought from Hisense and how it has saved you.
I bought Hisense air conditioner and Hisense television. With the Hisense air conditioner, it doesn't consume too much of my prepaid. And with the television, the picture quality is so good and the sound is very clear.
As part of the festive season, we are appreciating our customers and I have a special gift for you.
Oh, me?
Congratulations,
Thank you.
This is your gift from Hisense. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick picture.
Hisense Bronya don't come in. Ya tell you must say who everything 18th December, I come 8th January. Ko Hisense showroom bia. I'm already fida. Say Hisense nkoa and about 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Hisense Mama Bishop. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Hey, my best customers in here. Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you away. To take away your back.
He's eating out again. Not say me trying tasting kuyi. Nya kra. Mama ma new fella.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
Tasty Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef, udiye jani anete. And more natural aroma. Shamankasa. The way it enhances the natural aroma. It no be small.
So what's the new season powder if it Tasty Tom there? I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Delicious meals all the time. Where do you go to just stop? Me need those.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
New aroma.
New taste.
This is a new taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
What's that in?
Maybe I'm not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are fun. This advert is FDA approved.
Remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort. I got yes, confidence. I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence. I got
yes.
We got yes, protection. I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes, protection.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This advert is FDA approved.
Let me see.
She's never had a toothache before.
There might be a cavity. Don't you use Pepsodent?
We used to, but I'll try the new one.
Ah, that's why.
But doesn't every toothpaste give cavity protection?
Not really. Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter repairs tiny invisible holes to give 10 times stronger teeth. Will you trust Pepsodent?
Definitely.
Pepsodent. 10 times stronger teeth.
Use Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you why me to take away back.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi.
Tasty
Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma.
Tasty Tom, dear. I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. When you nicotine just sharp. Me need also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder. Ooh.
New aroma.
Leave this.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Maybe I'm not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are fun. This advert is FDA approved.
As a believer, when you are on the journey of success, of well-being, and you are hit by a storm, most people tend to give up. Most people tend to ask questions, why me? And sometimes, if you're not careful, most people lose their faith. My guest today is a woman who has walked this journey, but still has a crazy faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. My guest today is Gina Nettey, founder of Women in Worship and also Jeanette Services. Hiya! You watch Sheminia. You're looking good.
Thank you.
You're looking so well.
Thank you.
And I am proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. How far you have come, how you have carried everything that life threw at you and made it beautiful to the glory of God. How are the babies?
They are good.
We thank God.
They're good.
Okay, so let's get into how a young woman decides, I'm going to let worshiping God become so attractive to women by organizing a worship conference for women to just come and worship God.
Stacey, thank you once again for having me. And I'm so proud of you. And thank you for calling me to be on your show. Actually, I think your restoration resonates with my past events where I said Rehoboth. Rehoboth means restoration, settlement, and everything. It has to do with upbringing, and that's something that has been implanted in you. As a young lady, when I was growing up, I'm not too good at home, but my mother made sure that every Sunday where you find yourself is the church.
It's the church.
It's the church. So you grew up in the church, so you're a church girl. There's no way that thing should depart from if really you know your destination. Yeah, so I think it's the upbringing. Yeah, it's the upbringing.
How was growing up for you?
Growing up wasn't that smooth as far as life was concerned, but I think it has also prepared us for today. That's all I can say. Not too much of a good home, I can say. I grew up only with my mom. My dad was there, though, but he was a teacher on transfer here and there.
Here and there.
My mom was a trader, a kinky seller's daughter, proud one from Medina Point 5. Every day.
Oh, so you're a Medina girl.
I'm a Medina born girl, grown girl, seriously Medina attached girl. Yeah, so... I'm the last boy of 4. We are 3 in number, but fortunately for my mom, he was given a boy in addition to me, so I'm a twin.
Oh.
I have a twin brother. He's not too much into the things I do. So nobody knows him. Unless you're very close to me, you don't know that I'm a twin. Yeah.
Wow.
We don't even look alike.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't look alike at all. So that's it. So growing up, looking at where you are coming from, my mom will make sure that you don't depart from church service. Everything of the Lord is we're staunch Catholics. So you can imagine. And then along the line, Catholics came in with some few charismatics here and there.
Yeah.
And I find myself in the next charismatic church that was close to my house. And here I am still doing the Lord's work. Yes.
Growing up in Medina, I mean, Medina is a very vibrant gang community, and you get to meet all people with all sort of backgrounds, all sort of lives. Were you not ever tempted to practice any vice that was different from what your mom was teaching you?
I can't tell, and I can't mention, and I can't remember, because as far as I'm concerned, the only avenues we had was to go to your mother with a market. From the market space, you've been sent to the market. When you
come back home to cook.
After cooking, you had to learn, go back to school. And there was nothing like a prompting to join the gangs, because there are a couple of places that you go to sell, or they will send you to, you could see that people are vulnerable, doing things that are social vices. But I can't recollect a day that we've been anything of that.
Something drew.
Yes, has come my way. Neither my twin brother. He's the only boy, and his boys, they should be rowdy here and there.
Yeah.
Thank God, God gave my mom kids that are very obedient, and then we all believe in things of God. You never see any of us doing anything that is different from what our mom has taught us.
Were there any difficulties for you as a young girl growing up in Medina?
Yes. If I say Medina, then you should understand Medina. And if your mom is a kinky seller, then in quote, it's not like you have a luxury.
Yeah, you are not Mama B.
No. The Mama Baka, you jab off some way. And so sometimes we were in international schools, though, when they bring the tall list of sacking school fees, definitely.
You are there.
You are there. So we already prepare our bags knowing that they will sack us and go. There are things colleagues or probably school children or friends who enjoy. We didn't have the luxury to enjoy them. But all in all, I think they are all phases of life. Yeah.
But what was important was you were having the same education opportunities
like them
as they were having.
Exactly. And I think people in Medina back then, the best 3 schools in Medina was Gospel, Prince of Peace, and Calvary. And I happened to find myself in Gospel International.
Wow.
Yes, that was the school.
That means Kenke Sela, she not do bad at all. She forced.
Yeah. She's really done well for us as a mother.
As you grew into an older girl, did you find any sense of leaving that community to be elsewhere?
Definitely. Life is such that whilst you're good, a lot of things are true, and you choose the good ones and leave the bad ones behind. That is you as a person. And growing up, I decided to leave where my mom was, get a place of mine. But I was still in Medina. I left 0.5 and I went to Medina Social Welfare to be on my own. From Medina Social Welfare.
A little pechepe.
Thank you.
So sister is flexing small.
By then, I was working. I finished school and I think I finished UPSA and I was working and I was still doing a bit of trading around the area just to help myself and help. And then my twin brother was also working by then at the Congo Mines. So at the end of the day, the 2 of us has been liberated to come and take care of the family. So I moved to social welfare. From welfare, I went to a place around Reco, some flats. I took a place of my own. And gradually, God made a way. And I became a proud owner of things I didn't enjoy.
Growing up.
At a very tender age.
At what age did you meet your husband?
My husband is my friend. My very when I was staying at social welfare, I used to work at Zakem Construction, owners of Kempiski. So my one Zakem was not going to speak, and you can imagine that was a time when President Kufuor and Co were in power. So they come there to hold several meetings, and you can imagine liquor here and there. But I'm not a liquor person. And so the guys who come around, Gina, we know who, Gina, what do you have? That kind of thing. So we're good friends, and then he moved to Kumasi to work at Toyota. So one of the days, he called me and said, Gina, I need a wife. I'm like, you and those your
jokes.
Your jokes. What kind of wife? I said, I have one for you. He said, Paul, and I'm like, really? Okay, you are talking to my friend. I went to my friend to talk to my friend that I have a boyfriend for. No, I have a husband for me. Then my friend was like, Gina, so we started vibing as friends. You come to Accra, you go back.
So did you tell him that I don't know when you've been to us?
The guy said, Madam for no what should we do? Indirectly, you could see that the guy is coming to tell you
that me pay bats as ordinary touch line this.
So we started vibing here and then I had to move into Accra. And then you try to go married.
Wow. How was marriage?
I think married life wasn't that easy. I must say it's not on the silver platter. It's just not like you staying with your siblings at home and behaving all over the place. Marriage was something that was sacred, and then it comes with a lot of responsibilities. And looking at the kind of person I am, I'm all over the place doing events here and there. There are things probably I leave the home in the morning to go and do the production and come and done.
After 2 days. Because until your equipment are packed, you dare not leave.
That is it, because you leave and something get missing, you blame yourself for it. And then this is somebody who is not used to a big. Gina, next time and look again. So he got to a time I got used to him. I'm like, so your mommy allow you can yes, in Cabo, but no shoe lonely, cover, can lonely buy it on me. So at one time I started dragging him along. People that really knows me didn't even know Sam was my husband. They thought he was a brother, he was a friend, he was a worker. Because when he comes, he will never talk. He put his 2 hands behind him
and observe
and be walking. When things get tough or get out of hand, some will go like, "Where she am? This was the kind of person he is." So for me, marriage life was more like friendship, and it embodies a lot of them: corrections, adaptation, tolerance, and then we need to respect
each other.
Yes, that's what marriage life was about.
When did you ever think Sam was going to leave you?
That's something nobody has ever prayed for.
Because even our parents, even when they are aged,
Jen, you
right,
never want to lose them.
You never want to lose them. How much more someone you share the same bed with? At his age, this was where marriage
was in his prime.
Was his prime. And then our marriage was just 10 years. And you were looking forward to a renewal. You get it? And then you were like, Sam, now everything has settled. Things are getting better. Let's do this.
And it's like, even if you're doing a renewal, you have everything to make it happen. So
you were looking out for a beautiful reunion. As in vows that you could tell yourself that this was what I've ever dreamed for. Yes. And then here we are. Jeff has just smashed it.
Where were you when it happened?
I was with Sam. I think Sam, my senior sister actually lost her husband. So it was the 1 year. So in the morning, I didn't go to church. Sam was building a hospital. He's a system engineer, very good one, accomplished one. But he worked with International SOS in the Wara as their system engineer. All of a sudden, he just shifted interest in this system engineer to be a health person. And then said he wants to come out with his own hospital. So he acquired a place in Laboni. He was coming with his hospital. So he came in that day and said, Gina, can't the Laboni back to, we live at Abokobi. Every day here and there, he gets tired. So because there were a lot of rooms, he said, Gina, I'm going to get a room there. Probably if it's really, really late, I'm going to
just stay.
And then in the morning I'll come. So Sunday morning, I didn't go to church and I was just sitting by my TV. And then he entered and said, hey, also for mommy, me no ya some get that be me my favorite Pastor Jay because sister no brand when I 1 year and get okay. We were and we went. We were there and I realized that he wasn't himself. But it's not something you can just point out to me. So I realized he wasn't himself. So when we go home, he has this rapport with my senior sister I follow directly. And he was like, I know you go to church this evening, so you go. Mr. Edem is coming to your place, so Edem can take care of me. That's my senior sister. They gel very well. And then when he was done with everything, he just told my mom, I'm going back to where I'm taking care of the hospital. I'll be back. I said, okay. Monday, he left the place, came to the office. We share the same office though. The health facility he was trying to put up was part of subsidiaries we have. So he came back to the office and said, okay, I want this stew, I want this stew, I want this stew. I want to keep it in my fridge. In case I'm hungry, I can get something to eat. And I said, okay, you don't worry, I'll get it for you. He left. I came in the morning and I was told, they call him Uncle Sam in the office. Uncle Sam has been here and he's giving everyone money this morning, bought breakfast for everybody. So I called and I'm like, wouldn't you mean of you?
Showman.
Yes, okay, me say hi the sick maybe I could go engineer like song. So he left. So whilst I was going to town with my driver, I carried the stews along and then I gave it to her. Whilst I was leaving him, I'm like, Sam, you don't look good. Can we go home? He said, well, yeah, today is Wednesday. You go home. I'll come on Friday. So whilst we were leaving, we have this relationship that we share among ourselves. Okay, then in your talk with okay, in yours, take this, I also take this, my driver will also take this. Then we laughed over it. So whilst I was leaving, I still watched back. I wasn't comfortable. But you know, you can't persuade me. Men have some kind of creation that you didn't use force. So I left. Thursday morning, around how do we call it? 7 p.m. in the morning, I had a call. Uncle Sam has been rushed to the hospital. He said they should call me, they should tell me for me to come. Really? Okay. So I got
someone you had just shared money with.
Everything. And in the night, if something happened, I should be called. But nobody called. Nobody told me anything. So in the morning, when they called me, I said, no problem. So I quickly got dressed up after our son has left for school. Then they said they brought him from Laboni to his hospital that he attends at Adenta because that's where his specialist is. Then I went there to see him and everything. He was okay. We spoke and everything. I even sent him food again. He ate the food. He couldn't eat a lot of it. He ate something. And he even gave me money to be given to his painter
to go and finish up the painting at the new site. I took the money and we were with him 1, 2, 3 here and there. We chatted. He said he wants to rest. And you know me and ministry is like just something else. So quickly I told him, I have a couple of people in my office waiting for me for women in worship. Let me go and attend to them and return quickly. When I was done, it was more like 4:35 thereabout. When I called, he was fast asleep, deeply asleep. And I'm like, the kids are home. He's also fast asleep. The hospital, when the person is fast asleep, there's little there's little I could do. Stacey, I went home and I was within that period, I think there was event here and then myself, I was too much exhausted. So I woke up and then my son left for school and I was doing morning devotion. I do my devotion with my TV. So when you come, I'm facing the TV like this and I do my devotion. I was there and then something just struck me. I said, Makume too, all of a sudden. So quickly I took a phone and I called. And I'm like, Sam, we okay? He was speaking in noise. And I'm like, what happened over the night? He said, oh, he vomited. The food I brought was a meat spice. I'm like, I know you don't take spices, so the food is not spicy. Okay, no, this is what I went through, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, quickly, I went into the shower. I put wood on fire. Before I could say Jack, everything was already packed. I was on my way. My mom was even calling. I'm like, I'll come back. When I got there, and the only thing I know is God. So quickly, I called men of God that were very close to me to go. We prayed for him and everything. Then all of a sudden, Fred Darko Evolution called me and said, Gina, when he called, I was not talking. He said, Gina, one part maybe mouse can I once won't kasai. I said, Gina, what is wrong with you? Tell me. I'm so I couldn't tire. I said, how? Anyway, Accra Medical Center is just next to me. I'm going there to book an ambulance. Let's switch hospital. So quickly, Fred did that for me. And our medical system is a bit of shallow. So the ambulance took a bit of time, like an hour plus before he got in. All this while, Sam was not okay. It wasn't comfortable. It was like something was eating him up. But I wasn't a medical practitioner, so I couldn't tell. Quickly, we moved him to Accra Medical, then to UGMC, today that. Then I think my brother, my senior brother, and then my junior brother came to me and said, my pastor said today they should pray in my house. So what I did was to organize a prayer team. When you come to UGMC, it's like it's a church for me. I am praying. I go there at 5 a.m. I leave there as close to almost 1 a.m., not wanting to leave him. Yeah, so we're praying. And then one of the days, like I was saying, they came to me that my pastor is in my house, says today we shouldn't pray at the hospital, but they should pray in my house. Actually, the thing was already gone, but they didn't want me to know. Because there was nothing you could tell me that I could believe. Because at that point, all I had with God was that, God, this is my covenant with you. At this time, I was going to lay down everything I had, including my husband, and go into full-time ministry with you when you heal my husband. These were my words that I was telling God. I was telling God. Then we go home. A couple of people have come in there praying with me, trying to do what they're supposed to do. But all this was because my mind was fixed that my husband was going to be healed and he was going to come home for me. Nothing triggered me for me to even know that I've lost my husband. So then my brother said, the neurologist said he was going to come in around 11 a.m. in the morning, so I shouldn't come early. So they were trying to play games, manage me. Yes, so I was not getting the clue. I went in there and the mother also called me that the doctor has called her, blah, blah, blah. The families were there, then they called us in. At that point, it was really a problem, but somebody's gone. That's all I can say. It's all rest in peace. It wasn't easy.
Ghana way, yes, another bio. Debia Yakasa Yaniamano, Aya Papa, Efe, Eche, and Chiniam Kania, Nabuano so at Dafom. Mobile go to your customer.
Oh, fine, a Hisense ni be or use Wekolo.
Fine.
Mini or use so.
For the microwave, one babao. That way, near the machine, it will need more money, or no, if a hot to be 1 year. If it like babao, it will be a boy.
One double sure. Hisense care wakene akebo.
Ngwa John, I think be ngwa John fe. Ya nyeshole babao, yena branches babao na babo wakwe. Eradon.
Tabronya yi. Hisense bronya don come no. Ya tell you so say who every 18th December, akofim 8th January. Ko Hisense showroom bia. Am already fida. Say Hisense nkoa. And about 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Hisense Mama Bishop. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Hey, my best customers in here. Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you why me to take away her back.
He's eating out again. Not saying me do any tasting kuyi. Ya cry. Mommy ma new fella.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
Tasty Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef, udi Adriani Nettey. And more natural aroma. The way it enhances the natural aroma. It no be small.
So what's the new season powder if it Tasty Tom there? I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Delicious meals all the time. Why do you make it just stop? Me need those.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder.
New aroma.
New taste.
This is a new taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
What's that the end?
Maybe not for anyway. Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste. This advert is FDA approved.
I love President Charcoal. Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste. That's both charcoal and lemon. Oh, does it? Yes. Look right here.
Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has 2 of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am. Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort. I got yes, confidence. I got yes.
The new Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes.
I got yes, confidence. I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection. I got
Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
Let me see.
She's never had a toothache before.
There might be a cavity. Don't you use Pepsodent?
We used to, but I'll try the new one.
Ah, that's why.
But doesn't every toothpaste give cavity protection?
Not really. Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter repairs tiny invisible holes to give 10 times stronger teeth. Will you trust Pepsodent?
Definitely. Pepsodent. 10 times stronger teeth.
Use Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint.
You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This advert is FDA approved.
I love President Charcoal. Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste. That's both charcoal and lemon. Oh, does it? Yes. Look right here.
Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am. Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Pepsodent.
Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you why me to take away aba.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi.
Tasty
Tom.
Tom.
And the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma.
Tasty Tom, dear. I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken.
Why didn't you just stop? Me need that also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder. Ooh.
New aroma.
New taste.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
Maybe I need
Maybe I'm not for anyway.
Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste are fun. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, so we are still in peer play, and our winner for this week is Helen. Helen, what are you? It's a tire I'm mission. It's just say the length, no, perfect, color, perfect. It's a word better me. Some better what didn't me try day we are not for a raw tire. Now my name is made the car crowd. The patrol body na your viewers in hoodie.
But you're from Kisailen.
Wow, yeah, the Yamea yeah, by a young man bonnet. Or that done it down with the cherry restoration. So they say you call all over Ghana to say thank you to your buyer, your bano asida. Say your barber that was sibe brain to Hisense at the room, Hisense say yemfa achede we emra na ye meda was to patch then I'll catch your Hisense.
Hisense that I must be brain. There be a someone can ever pass on my dear
and they are very important. So thank you very much. That is our winner for this week. Next week we will come your way with another winner. And that is our winner for this week's Hisense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. And I know our conversation is a bit emotional, and I know it might be opening some wounds of some people out there. But whatever you're going through, know that the Lord is with you and He has you. His plans for you are great. And sometimes we just need to understand and know what He has for us. G.
Yes.
So at what point did it hit you that all this tossing around, they were just trying to get you out of the space to come to that realization that something had happened?
It was the same day that we were called to the doctor's office, senior doctor's office, and he broke the news. Even when he broke the news, I was still telling him that, you know what, I'm the daughter of Zion. I still didn't believe it when the doctor was still telling me. And then my husband's stepmom is a nurse in the UK. So she called in. And then was trying to understand what they were saying because when it comes to health facility, you have some terms, jargons they use here and there. So I call Auntie Grace and I was like, Auntie Grace should listen and explain things to me. So Auntie Grace listened and everything. I said, Gina, hold yourself, blah, blah, blah. This is it. I can't make it, blah, 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 here and there. It hit me that same day that they told me. And till date, I've not recovered.
So, did you get to see him?
Yes. I get to see him. They tell you that they are taking him downstairs. Do you want to see him in the ward? I went to see him and he didn't look like he was dead. He was still looking extra handsome like I've ever known my husband. Very, very fresh, his color, his everything about Akai was looking very as if he was sleeping. And they said he was dead. I was calling him. At that point, they need to take him downstairs to cold room, not straight to the cold room, but a place where family members can really come and attest that he was dead. He wasn't breathing, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But Sunday evening, something actually struck me. I do diners production, like I do setup. I got in there just to check if everything was okay. Immediately I got into Perez's room and facing the altar, then I burst into tears. I cried. I was like, God, why? I was asking myself, why are you even here? Your husband is sick and you're here. But I didn't know what brought me there, but I just came there and I was just facing the altar and I was crying. And I think that was that point, it was when someone was leaving, but I didn't know.
Did you question God?
Why not? I still question God. Even coming in here, when your makeup artist was doing makeup, I was crying. Deep down me, I was asking God questions. I said, if a man is involved, God, don't allow them to rest. But if a man is not involved, God comforts me. Because I'm a wounded lion now. I don't lie to you.
You're still in pain.
Serious pain. There's no way you talk to me and part of my conversation will not be about my husband. Even when you watch my status now, I was saying, Akai, is it true that you're not more? I thank God for marrying you in real life. God should comfort him and give him all the pampering he needed on earth. Today. I've cried the whole day.
Where do you get the strength? Because after going through that, most people would just put down their tools of worship. You wouldn't even if you would pray, you cannot give it that much dedication.
Exactly.
So when I saw women in worship, I was like, oh my goodness, where does she get her strength from?
I don't know, but I think God himself empowers me. My strength is from him because anytime I try to tell myself I can make it, there's nothing I can do. He keeps coming back strong to me that your faith will take it, that put the pieces together. All hope is not lost. That's it. And I still have some strong men of God in my life that will make you understand that, you know what, let Isaiah 61 be your prayer, let Isaiah 60 be your prayers. Put the old behind you, forge ahead. Because wherever your late husband is, he wished you could do more than what you had before he left.
Yeah.
So all hope is not lost. Yeah. So it's been men of God talking to me, the Bible, my faith. I step up very strong, but I'm not as strong as people see me to be. Sometimes I put up smiles. I have a weaker aspect of myself too.
When you started working towards women in worship in his absence, how deeply did you feel that loss? Because you know that if he was here, you could talk to him about your challenges. He could give you advice on certain things.
The vacuum was really huge. So the extent that, you know, my events comes with a lot of foreign arts.
Yeah.
Yes, I could do 2-3 at a time. So usually when the foreign arts come, I just leave the foreign arts in the care of my husband because their security is very important. And this somebody who drives them along, take them to their hotel, make sure they've eaten, make sure they're on time for performance, going back to the airport and everything. And there are times you see that I'm setting up for women in worship and I'm exhausted. Nothing around me even makes sense. You see him coming in. What do you want? So you go into some of my old videos and everything about women in worship, and you still see him around. So he was greatly missed. And funny enough, the Nigerians also knows him very well. So this man would send a message and say, how's your husband now? I hope your husband be. And they come tell your husband. He has this rapport with everyone. You will like him when you meet him. So we missed him. We actually missed Aka.
I remember when we met and he was in the car, and I said I wasn't talking to you because you had. Then he was like, "It's a sister's fight. I'm not getting involved."
Exactly. Then you do please, so then you just sit back and watch. Yeah. And he's always around me. People that really knows me knows that I go to every place I have to go with Aka. So when I was even coming, I met a friend of his. Then the guy was like, where's your husband? Because you don't go as without your husband. I'm like, why? You don't know that he's dead. He said, no, it's not true. Aka is not dead. He can't believe it because he even headed that my husband is passed. It's a blow. Business-wise, home-wise, talking-wise, sharing things, advice-wise. There's a vacuum. There's a huge vacuum. And I could say that all I can say now is that I can't remain a hero in my life. And for everyone in my hero.
How did the kids take it?
That's another thing that I don't know. The kids, especially the boy. The girl is a bit timid, but my boy is just like very vibrant. I sit him down and then I want to tell him. Everyone was like, tell him this. When the dad was sick, I think the dad actually fell seriously ill on his birthday, 10th February. So this is someone who is at home expecting mom to bring gifts to him, expecting dad to bring gifts to him. And he calls and then say, you mommy, I won't forgive you. You daddy, I won't forgive you. You and daddy didn't give me any gift. And I go like, Juju, you know what? Daddy is seriously sick. So we have to down through a video call for him to see that daddy is under oxygen and myself crying, praying and everything. Then he was calm. Then I called him and I said, you know, sometimes daddy will leave us and go to heaven. You know, God is supreme. He provides everything. That's why we always pray every morning. So daddy will maybe travel and then go and bring us the cars, the things we need. So I was just trying to talk him
to prep him
and those things. But it was difficult for me to tell him. So I think Dinah Hobson came to visit me at home. And then he said, have you told Juju? I said, no. He said, okay. You'll find a way of talking to Juju. He sat him down, spoke to me and told him he'll not see daddy again. Daddy's gone to heaven, blah, blah, blah. But everything he needs, when he tells me, money will go and take it from daddy and come and give it to him. But I think my children are matured.
Yeah.
Because the way they act, what they do, what they speak, I think God actually prepared them for such eventuality. Yeah.
So they were extremely calmer.
Extremely calm.
Than expected.
Even though definitely their case, that vacuum will be felt. Okay, if daddy was to be around, I'll get this. If daddy was to do this, I'll get this. They felt it.
When your foreign acts from Nigeria came for women in worship, how did they feel knowing that your backbone was no longer there?
I have more than some of them. The kind of relationship I have with them supersedes the normal artist.
Because you actually became a gateway for most of the Nigerian female gospel acts who came to Ghana, from Judy K, Mercy Chinwo,
and the rest here. So I think we communicate more than what we do on the surface.
Yeah.
On a normal day, Mercy can call me around 1 a.m. We can talk till like 5 a.m. So the news actually hit them bad. it hadn't been easy for them.
Mhm.
Some of them will go like, how much? This thing is not true. You see the way they talk,
Yeah.
Nigerian accent. It's one of those.
It is
not
well.
easy, and I don't wish it for
Anyone.
any means. I will lie to you. Sharing a bed with someone, and the person is gone, you still have the things around. You live in the same house that you used to live. You can move out, but it's your home.
It's your home.
It's your home. So nothing will even clean his thoughts. For me, I said it's a pain and a scar that will never go. It will take years, but it's a pain, it's a scar. It will never go. Anyone that tells you time heals, or time you take up the person, or when you remarry, no.
It's still there.
It's still there. Because this is somebody you've planned future with. You see the future in the person. And that future, that part of that future, just like the way you have a business proposal,
Yeah.
and then part of the proposal is gone off. Can you still complete it?
No.
You have life. I know when you have life, you have everything.
Everything.
But then there are some components of life that you need someone to complement it to make it happen.
What should we expect from you so far as Jeanette Services is concerned, and especially women in worship?
Women in worship, for me, I think they should look out for the global aspect of women in worship. Women in worship is here to impart life as it's always done. It's here to bring women together to say thank you, Abba Father, for what you've done in our life. Women in worship is here to let people know that it takes gratitude to let God come through for you anytime. With a grateful heart, you expect more. So they should look out for women in worship in Grassdale. Like I've always come out. Women in worship has not been a brand that you can just play around with. It comes with some kind of quote unquote in an event that you can never miss as far as event calendars are concerned.
Yeah.
So they should look out for bigger things, because for me, I am an olive tree. I am a cedar in Lebanon, and cedar in Lebanon is for greater and bigger things. And as olive tree, your importance and relevance never departs from you. You're always needed. Olives are needed in salad. Every day we eat our salad.
Yeah.
Even the oils we use, it comes out of olives. That is who I am. And that is how the businesses God has blessed me will be. And I just want to reiterate that, I don't know what, I am a daughter of Zion. And I remain a daughter of Zion.
If you had one chance to ask Akai anything before his demise, what would you have asked him?
This question embodies a lot of things. I only have asked Akai anything, but I've rather listened to her. Yeah. All my life should have even rather more be dedicated to him, because I feel I didn't give him much of my time. And there were things that he cautioned me on, thought of things that he warned me on, thought of places he warned me never to go, never to do, some associations.
Never to keep.
And he's no more. And these things are unfolding. They're playing back to me. I think if you follow me on Facebook, there was this time I was ranting and I was like, I've always told me not to give more, because people don't like you.
Yeah.
People get close to you
because of what they can get from you.
So
and once they are done with you, they trash you.
That's it. And these are things my husband has always cautioned me about. Even some churches, my husband will go like, the church you attend, there's God there, stay there, God will visit you. But you know, women, and I think God is not everywhere. God has departed from some congregations. They are now just become fellowship and association where God is not present. And these are some of the advices my husband gave me, and I didn't listen to him. And it has cost me a lot. I'm not lying to you. So if I have something to ask Akai, I will not ask Akai. I rather
listen to him.
I will salute you for the prophet he has been in my life.
Mostly in Chi, we say some toa and a I'm sure when everything was rosy, you felt you had a lot of people. But after his demise, I'm sure reality set in.
Akai's demise actually taught me a lot of lessons. And even, I don't know how to say it, but if you're going to get married and your mother-in-law doesn't like you, don't go. Secondly, Akai demise has taught me that you can do life without friends. My friends are mature for now. And I can say for a fact that I think recently my birthday this September, I can say you're the only person I called and prayed for.
You're
When
joking.
you were praying, I was crying. It's not a social media post. Relation supersedes social media.
It does.
You understand? You're the only person that called me and prayed for. You see how it is? And this how there are people that my husband believes in so much that are also his friends. He could even kill himself for them. That is Akai. Akai will give everything for him to be empty. But I can tell you for a fact that today, I don't need to say this, but nobody reaches out to me much. Yeah. And it's life.
It is well. It is well. I believe that sometimes the kind of things we go through prepares us for our next stage, because sometimes it's not everybody you need on your next level. So when these things happen, it prompts you. You know that, okay, some people are just the leaves, some people are just the stems. It's only a few who are the roots. So you just keep them as they come. But it is well. And greater are the things to come. I always say that when you lose someone you love, the person becomes an angel.
Exactly.
And they intercede. And they always make sure that you are covered. So now he's not just husband or ex-husband, but he is an angel. So let us be thankful. Yeah, for his life, for the time you shared together, and keep the memories alive. And when you think about him, it should be all smiles. Yeah, it is well. I'd like to thank you for coming, because I know this is not easy. I mean, it's not easy to share, but sometimes when we share, we lighten the load. So thank you very much for coming. Okay, so before you go, it's time for you to pick a card. Let's see what you take home right here. So pick a card, then let's see what Mama G, let me open it for you.
Curious myself. If I don't pick the right card, then
Curiosity kills the cat. Okay, so thank you for coming. You take home a Hisense steamer pan. So you're taking home a Hisense steamer pan. Yeah, thank you, Na. So this is from Hisense to you. Yes, and you should have just picked one thing, but I'll just give you an extra. So double for your trouble. So now give me a toaster. Let me just add a toaster to it, so that breakfast in the morning for my babies will be easier. So kindly add this to it, and know that we always here for you. We're keeping you in our prayer, and things will get better. Trust me, very soon we're going to laugh about this. We're going to laugh about this. Yeah, we'll laugh about it. You remember the lady you met, the one with the locks? She lost her husband some years back. She was here on the show 8 years ago, and today we're laughing about it. Yeah, so you would get there. It's time. Trust the process. Thank you very much, Gina, for coming. Thank Hisense
for making it possible. Actually, we are beneficiaries. We didn't just come.
Yeah.
We're taking home something.
You're welcome, my love. Thank you. Right. So a very big thank you to our sponsors, Hisense, Yas Washing Powder, and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Tuwazi Apartment, Teflon Suites, Eastbird Hotel. A big thank you to my Glam Squad, ABS, Lux Line, GH Beauty Artistry, to Divine Cassie and Hair Duties for my hair. It has been very, very emotional today, but I know that a lot of you will draw strength from Gina's story. And those of you who are also mourning a spouse or a family member, it is our prayer that the good Lord will continue to strengthen you and heal you. Always to remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you next week.